Kai's camera's going. All three cameras are rolling. Are we recording?
No, not yet.
Recording as soon as you get it free.
Yeah,
so just as soon as you say some wild shit, we got it on camera.
You can say it.
We got it all on camera.
So what did you say about snagging babies?
Yo, yeah, let's record that right there.
There you go.
That's it right there.
Evan out here snagging babies.
You can hit the record button.
There it is. There it is.
9:15.
There it
Let me
is.
tell you, check the cameras.
Oh, I can see that.
Let's just make sure.
Hey. Yeah, we can hit record. Oh, shit.
Oh,
There it is.
there it is.
There it is indeed.
Indeed, we do.
Hang on. Let's try one more test. Testing. I need to hear voices.
Yeah.
You're.
There we go.
You're.
It is recorded. So we ready, right?
We ready.
Oh, we ready.
We saying stuff, right? I hope we saying stuff.
Whoa.
Oh, start that there. Start that there.
So let me know.
Outtakes of the Can We Not podcast, people.
Can we not podcast?
This is why it's important
Right.
to see us on YouTube.
You can get on my angle. Your camera's there. Ah! You don't even gotta lean. You're perfect in there.
Are you sure?
Yes. I mean, no space now. It got you. That one, yeah. That one's more on you.
Okay.
It got everybody, but it's more on you.
Nice.
All right, you can stop this one.
It's like you can stop this recording.
Because that's going to be annoying. To go through it. The videos are easy. Because the videos are all in sync, so I can just cut all those at once.
Copy. Let's start it up. You guys ready?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
I believe it's going.
It's going.
Yes. All right, cool.
We're rolling.
We are rolling.
40 ounces of malt liquor make me want to tell you something. See, rolling around, sitting on doves, cat my I was high on shrubs, cooling in my Escalade. Man, I'm paid, I got it made. Take me to your special place. Close your eyes, show me your face. I'm gonna piss on it.
Wait. Hold up.
Huh? I don't even know.
Whoa.
None of the above, I want to piss on you.
That's right, Monday morning. Welcome to the Can We Not podcast. We in this bitch, right?
Start your week off right, apparently.
Man.
Yeah, I don't normally do this, but it's Monday. Y'all ready, niggas? Hey. With your host, Evan Combest, and my two co-hosts,
Akai.
and
Kenneth.
hey, the Can We podcast.
Wow.
Nah, we're gonna talk about that shit later. I was letting it rock for a minute. I was just letting it rock.
That's just the prelude of what's gonna come, guys.
But welcome, we on the Can We Not podcast. We in this bitch. It's a new soundboard. It's everything is new. But yeah, even though we're not in the studio.
But you know what else is new?
New
Happy
Year.
New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Stop booing the people.
I thought you were gonna mess with this stuff before you.
There you go.
I thought it'd be next to each other.
It's
I figured it out.
Evans had a hectic New Year's, guys.
It's a new year, new soundboard.
There you
So
go.
Your new soundboard.
So you're just figuring it out. So yeah, we're in a new soundboard. We're in the sub studios that we were once in before. So even though Jade's not here, shout out to Jade. Shout out to Tone.
Shout out Tone.
Yeah, of course. Shout out Tone. Yeah, and shout out Sky's Crescent Radio.
Yeah.
And shout out Sub Studio Radio.
There you go.
Sub Studio Radio.
There you go.
Exactly.
Undisclosed location.
Yeah,
There
we
you
have
go.
this reef here, so it's not Christmas anymore, but it's. We took down the reef, but it is a new year, gentlemen. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to our listeners. It's our first show of the year. I also want to say so what do we do for when the ball dropped?
Well, I was still on my diet, so I was home being miserable and hungry and thirsty. So
Nice.
I didn't really get to celebrate.
Nice. I was making moving plans.
Making moving plans?
Yeah, it was a lot of stuff. I was like, oh snap! When the ball dropped, my my check dropped. Let's just say that I was about to hustle for some
Direct
coins.
deposit dropped.
Direct deposit dropped, and
it dropped.
It dropped. I had some bills coming.
Fell
Like,
through
hey,
the
what's
account.
up? Happy New Year, motherfucker!
Fell through the account.
I was like, yo, I'm gonna have to ski mask my way into this new year. Oh my goodness. Oh, but we, thankfully, landlord is dope.
There you go.
That's
Yeah. So.
That's crazy. Y'all niggas was awake when the ball dropped.
Yeah, I was awake. I was like, my neighbors were just going like, oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Shut up.
Imagine they're just outside. 5, 4.
They're all at
just
my
yelling
door.
at you.
2.
Whoa, get the fuck out.
Stupid, I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
That'd be funny. Niggas hit you with the 5, 4, 3, 2.
Stupid, I'm not gonna let you get the
That
chance.
was Y2K niggas. That was Y2K
Get the
niggas.
fuck out of here.
That's funny.
Yeah, we should probably get into topics before I stop having fun with the soundboard.
But shout out to everybody who celebrated their New Year's,
And also shout out, I want to give, a shout out to everybody who didn't make it to this year too.
Yeah,
We have the moments to remember everybody who didn't make it. So shout out everybody who made it to the new year. You fucking lit. And also just a moment to remember everybody who didn't make it. So shout out to you and all your loved ones in the moments. Definitely. So yeah, how was your week, guys?
My week is pretty good. Yeah.
Did anything?
No.
No, nothing crazy.
No.
Nah, I was just making music with some close friends, family. So pretty chill, pretty dope. Cool.
What about you, Evan?
Nigga, chill.
Wow.
I don't even know you like that.
I don't even know you.
You know what? I can appreciate. There you go.
There it is.
So I saw having fun with the soundboard.
Exactly.
The A story that I know you guys are dying for us to talk about is this R. Kelly shit. You know, you heard me play the song, and I'm going to talk about it, but just not right now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
get
a
to
lot.
it. We will.
Loaded.
If we started talking about it now, it's going to be the entire episode, and you know that.
If you know, when you hear our thoughts on it, we'll get to it. Just
exactly.
We'll
just stay patient.
we'll get to it.
Exactly.
But without that, what should we start with?
Well, since it's New Year's, like, what's everybody's New Year's resolution?
Oh yeah, any New
We
Year's
still
resolution?
doing that shit?
I mean, when you get older, we don't really
Yeah.
have a New Year's resolution. But is there like anything that you were working on at the end of last year that you want to like continue doing into this year?
I mean, yeah. Well, I like the idea that you should still have a New Year's resolution, but it shouldn't just be, from year to year. It should be, I guess, a life plan or a life goal. Whether it's short term or long term, you should still have something that you should be working towards.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, definitely.
So, do we have anything like that? Because I feel like I do.
What is it?
Well, you guys have been mentioning it. Like, I did make my professional debut over the weekend.
Shout out to that. Hey.
Thank you. Fortunately, it didn't go my way, but you know what? Like, I still.
What?
It was more. But
Stupid, I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
that's what that guy pretty much told me. But was I upset? Yeah, but like at the same time, I'm still proud of myself because I had the courage to do what a lot of guys would rather sit on the couch and sit at a bar eating potato chips, watching other like real niggas do.
All right,
so
yeah.
You want to
That's
continue
commendable,
doing
man.
that more into the new year?
Not even just this year, but like more into the future until I can't do it no more. You know what I mean? Like this.
Of course.
This has been my goal for so many years. So I'm just gonna keep training, keep working, and keep grinding to get to the mountaintop that I see.
Definitely. That's respectable.
Thank you.
I always respected that. I remember I was saying something to you like before the new year, just like, commending you on like your discipline and everything. So I'm feeling like I'm doing the same. I want to discipline myself more with like, my music and like, other extracurricular activities. So that's another thing I'm going to be doing. But I guess as a resolution, making better judgments. That's it.
That's
Make better
commendable.
judgments.
That's commendable.
Yeah, gotta do that. I feel like all last year and the last couple of years, I was wilding out here. So can we not?
He was running around letting it fly.
Let it fly.
Come on now, dog.
Too much dip on my chip, man. There's too much dip on my chip.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. What about you, Evan? Got a resolution or anything like that?
I spoke on it last episode, just more about bringing it the work ethic, the focus, the laser focus, and just bringing that into the new year and just staying focused on the goal and trying to elevate everything that I'm doing and just bring it to the next level.
Hey,
Nice. I like that.
Exactly.
level up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some birthdays coming up this month, huh? Don't we?
No, we don't. What are you
Yeah,
talking
we do. Don't act like y'all ain't out here.
No.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Oh, but we gonna bring on my birthday though, and y'all just.
Stupid. I'm not gonna give you a chance.
So Kenneth's birthday is on.
Stupid.
Shit. I hope y'all
Relax.
enjoy these new sound effects. 'Cause
Well,
we
I mean,
having a blast with these
Exactly.
shits.
I do want to ask though, like I mean, you guys are gonna be leveling up as you said. Is there anything you guys do before your birthdays that you guys feel like is like a rite of passage or like I guess mandatory?
That wasn't a button I wanted it to be. I really got to learn these buttons, y'all. We gonna have mad
It is a load of barnacles.
we
though.
gonna have mad inappropriate sound effects this whole episode.
It is a
Because
load
it's
of
a new
barnacles.
soundboard that doesn't it's not the same. It's not what I'm used to. So I'm just relearning it. So just for the sake of buttons.
Why are you asking these questions?
Shut the fuck up.
Commendable. Commendable.
Asking me all that personal shit.
What the hell, bro?
Man, we started out with that episode 1 with me.
Whoa, come on now.
Man.
Here we are 6 months later. Come on, man.
Exactly.
Fuck. What happened this week?
What? Shit. A lot happened this week.
Yeah.
Really?
But, well, not a whole lot, but like the biggest thing we keep saying that we're going to address it later. But something else that happened this week, I guess, was Kevin Hart on the Ellen Degenerous show.
Oh yeah. It's not a relationship thing, but I like it. I
Yeah.
fucks with it. Kevin Hart he went on Ellen. It was supposed to air Monday, but Ellen, she pushed it to air on Friday.
Yeah.
Where she had a sit down conversation with Kevin Hart, where he made the video about the for those of you who don't know, he made a video about the Grammys saying that he was gonna
Oscars.
Okay, them too. Fucking. He wanted to do it, and then he kept saying all this wild shit, and then the Oscars, they hit him with the
Stupid. I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
Yeah.
and he wasn't able to do it because of some mean tweets about the people claiming to be homophobic. And then he said he already apologized for it. They wanted him to apologize. He said, I already apologized. I'm not apologizing again. They said, well, guess what, nigga? You not on the show no more. He said, wait, where's the button? What is it?
Yeah, listen.
Fuck, that ain't
Too
it.
close.
You ho,
There it is.
ho, brother, whoa. Now you got too much dip on your chip.
Had to button jump. So y'all got a preview of Mad
Playing
Button.
checkers, man.
Ho, brother, whoa. Now you got too much dip on your chip.
There you go.
He said that, and then he doubled back. He apologized, and then it was kind
After he
of
apologized, he was like, you know what? Since this is causing so much of a controversy, I'm just not gonna host.
yeah. He said I'm gonna just withdraw myself, and then he had a sit down conversation with Ellen on Ellen's show, and she said that she called the Oscars people. She had a conversation. She said it was a misunderstanding. They still want you to host, and he said, you know what, Ellen?
Boo, get the fuck out of here.
He had to think about that one for a second.
He had to remember which button it was.
No, I knew which button it was. I just didn't know what I was gonna say. I ain't gonna let you get the chance, so boo. Yeah. So he said he was gonna consider it, and he's thinking about it. And I want to know, what do you gentlemen think? Should he take it,
Well, I feel like
or would it change your opinion of him from his original stance?
I feel first off, no, it's not going to change my opinion of him because the whole story was him making tweets that the LGBT community had found homophobic about 9-10 years ago, and Kevin was a completely different person back then compared to who he is now. Now he's in all these family movies. He's a bigger name. He's a household name now, and that's why they wanted him to host the Oscars to begin with. So to bring that up was to try and drag him down and drag dirt up on his growing legacy.
They act like he was gonna go up there and say all them tweets out loud.
Exactly.
He's like, I'm a wild out right now. Y'all thought it was worse on Twitter? Well,
Shit.
listen to this.
Exactly.
Yeah, all these movies I've been in since then.
I mean, I'm not even gonna lie though, and it is LGBT. I just so nobody drags you.
You're right. You know what? Thank you.
LGBLT.
Let me get a BLT. Let me get a bacon, egg, and motherfucking.
Let me get an LGBLT DVD.
Metro PCS.
HTTP.
There you go.
But nah, I mean, I'll respect anybody that's gonna, at least own up to what happened, and kind of at least make amends. I can't deny him for chasing a bag. I mean, that's a really big look.
Exactly.
He's had so much growth and so much star power that's been attributed to him. So I mean, hosting the Oscars, especially with within the short amount of time that he's gained all that notoriety, do you, man?
Yeah, I agree.
Do you?
I agree. Like anyone who's been approached to host the Oscars, I feel like they have deserved it because they're like a big star and they deserve that limelight. Not just the people who are like accepting the awards or even nominated for the awards, but it's the person who's also hosting the show. So to try and drag him down and be like, oh, hey, like, I'm glad you're hosting the Oscars, but remember when you said all this homophobic shit like 10 years ago? Like, do you really think you should be hosting the Oscars? Like, I feel like that's unfair to him.
No, yeah, definitely that's unfair to him. That's I mean, just to be quite frank and honest and give my opinion on it, because, most of you guys who know me as a comedian, I know some of you probably might be wondering, what do I think? But I'm nowhere near on the level of them, and I hate to make it sound like I speak for all comedians, because I don't. I don't speak for all comedians, because I'm Evan Combest first and foremost.
Yeah.
After Evan Combest, I'm a black man. And then after that, I might be a comedian. Like, I'm nowhere near that famous to consider myself a comedian first, or to be speaking for other comedians.
Yeah.
But when it comes to this situation, as a person who tries to do comedy and who aspires to be on the level of somebody like Kevin Hart, this is just big fucking bullshit, to be honest with you. Like, I hate all of it. I hate everything around it. I hate the cancel culture around when we try to hang people today for the mistakes of tomorrow. It's a difference where people, even as a society, we need to be able to understand context.
Definitely.
We definitely need to be able to understand context of what he was saying and where he said it and how he said it. Which, it could be hurtful, could be deemed hurtful, but, also he's a comedian. He might just been trying to make a joke. And
exactly, yeah.
Also, I understand that some people might be getting offended by certain things, but if you don't understand stand-up comedy, then of course you're going to get offended. You're going to take things to heart because you're going to think that person's serious. You don't understand that they're attempting to make a joke. Yeah. And if the joke is really, really offensive and nobody finds it funny, guess what? That's just not a funny joke. Yeah. There's jokes that are either funny or not funny. Yeah, there's things that people think that you shouldn't be able to talk about. But if I find a really funny perspective on it, I'm going to fucking tell it.
True.
And it's either it's going to work or it's not going to work. It's either like, don't tell me, oh, that joke is harmful, it hurts people. It's just not funny.
Exactly.
That's all you got to say. Yo, joke's not funny. Man, keep it pushing, dog. Try something else.
There you go.
If you want to try to talk about it.
I feel like the majority of comedy should be viewed that way. What about you, Akai?
I mean, again, like, comedy is going to be offensive. Comedy is going to be, like, something that gets under people's skin. But at the same time,
it can get under your skin. Yeah. And as a person who's been on stage and who says, like, mad, wild stuff sometimes, it's like, you got to understand that I'm joking. Like, most comedians understand the context in which they're using the words that they say. Yeah. So if they're talking about a topic that you think is really, really sensitive, that might be sensitive to you, you need to understand that that's only sensitive to you, and it could be harmful, but you got to understand this person's just making a joke. That's what comedians are trying to do. They're trying to make you laugh. And if they're just trying to understand, they're trying to make an understanding out of a situation that could be complex or sensitive to some people. Because I know that for me, when I make my jokes and I talk about big topics like that, I am mostly, you don't have to touch my camera. My camera's fine. Mostly when I do that type of material, I am really just trying to unite the people in the room who come from all different types of backgrounds, all different type of ethnicities, all different types and sides of the world. I try to make them all reach a common ground on certain issues to make sure that we all can laugh on things. Because that way they can connect. Yeah. And you understand, hey, this person might have different views than me, but we all laugh at the same thing. Maybe they're not so bad. Yeah. That's the type of perspective I try to bring when I write jokes like that. That could be like really, could be deemed sensitive. Or that's just my mindset in writing jokes, is to unite people and bring people together with laughter.
Yeah,
Like,
I definitely feel like, especially seeing how you work and all good comedians work, it's just more like on the observational side. Like you guys have a very keen perception, and it's not to put somebody down. It's just to kind of like, again, bridge those gaps that, you know, we see with a lot of different people. So you can't, like, you know, vilify somebody for speaking on something that is going unnoticed. And just when you decide to notice, you're like, hey, what? No.
It's like, yo, 10 years ago, you said something crazy. It's like, yo, if you go 10 years on me, you're going to find a lot of... Listen, I see it every day on Facebook memories that I have to just keep hitting that delete button.
Yo, can we shout out Facebook memories for fucking us over all these years? Like, every time I see a Facebook memory that just does not sit well with me, I'm like, oh, man, what was I doing out here?
Yeah.
For real.
You'd be like, yo, who was I?
It's like,
Why did
what
I
a
say
dork.
that shit? Why did I do
What a
that
dork.
shit?
I used to be that fucking loser guy that used to type music with a Z and a
Oh,
K.
No.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually,
no.
wait,
Yeah, this
I
is
do
why it's
remember
not a
that.
music podcast. That's
Yeah.
exactly why. Oh,
2019, can we be a music podcast?
Hell no.
Musique?
Unless we like Russian or something.
Can we be that music podcast?
Kartoshka.
We hit
Musics.
Datpiff.com.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Niggas used to put the fucking the Q instead of the G because it looked cooler.
Oh,
That's so. Oh my god.
I thought niggas just did that.
Shout out to the niggas that used to do that shit. I hope to God you.
What about shout out to the niggas that still do it?
I was gonna say.
Yo, word.
I hope niggas still do that shit, please.
You still out here doing it.
Come on now, dog.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
Y'all gotta stop that shit.
Please, pretty please.
Don't do that no more.
Oh, jeez.
Put a stop to that shit. Yeah.
Nah,
but that's pretty much it.
I was gonna ask y'all what y'all think of the other comedians.
The other comedians, well,
from the other week, it was Louis C.K.
Oh.
Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do y'all think of that? Should people be offended? Should we cancel Louis?
Honestly, I feel like people get hurt over stuff like that. They see it's put out on like a large scale, and it's just like, oh, he's getting offended. Now I'm offended. Now I'm mad. Like they get like in their feelings about the wrong stuff within a situation. So it's just like, okay, it's not like he was going down to like, you know, black school and saying, oh, look at all these little niggas.
That would be hilarious.
It would be funny. And seeing Louis C.K. as this like large, fat, pasty man.
Nigga would go to school. Hey, look at all these niggas and
Hey, yo. Shut the fuck up.
Yo, I'm just thinking it's just like it's like, you know, what people do all the time. Hey yo, yeah, there it is. That's exactly it. Hey yo, stupid! I wouldn't even let you get the chance.
stupid. I'm not gonna let you get the.
Oh man,
perfect.
Yo, but nah, seriously, like again, people like they find offense in the wrong context of things.
I feel like people work harder to be offended by the smallest things just so they can proudly admit that they're offended by something. Like not even the Louis C.K. situation. I saw more people were offended that Chris Rock was going along with it more than Louis C.K. was.
Yeah, that was messed up.
Yeah,
that was messed up. I'm like, yo,
should we also cancel Chris Rock too?
Like,
hell no.
No, like,
was he wrong for that? Was he wrong for letting a white man sit next to him and say the N-word?
We've had white men, for centuries say this shit and have all that. I mean, listen, I'll be frank. I know people that are not my color that say it all the time in front of me, and I'm just like, you know what? Listen,
can't fight them all.
You can't fight them all.
Sometimes
but on top of that.
And then they come back at you with the.
But I'm just like, yo, at the end of the day, it's like you're not offending me and you're not using it in a malicious way. Once that happens and once you cross that boundary, that's when it's like you have a different argument and a different narrative that you have to speak on. It's just that if we're looking at this as such a negative thing, then we have to have a different sit down and a different talk. That's really it.
No, people need to understand context.
Exactly.
Yeah. Context matters. We are too far as a civilization, as a society, to not understand what context is and how context is supposed to matter in today's world, where you have all these fucking people who jump around at the chance to get offended. Like, when I saw that video, I was already like, I already know what happens in the video. I seen the special in 2011 when it came out, and I thought it was great. I've listened to Louis C.K. stand-up specials where he says the N-word all the time, and when he says it in context. He's not using the word. He's not calling nobody the word. He didn't sit in the fucking video with Chris Rock and was like, yo, what's up, my nigga? Or, hey, Chris Rock, you nigger, you. Like, he said something sly to him, he's like, you nigger. Like, he doesn't just say it or use it as a term to bring him down. He's just saying the word in whatever context he was saying it in that clip, and it wasn't really that offensive. But when you sit there and you watch the video and somebody posted it, just basically you post up the video in that short little clip that's only 1 minute and 12 seconds long, and you put it under the frame of, hey, isn't this offensive?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're watching it looking to be offended. You're already like placing that in my head of like, oh, this is something I might be offended at. So let me look for the part that I can take offense at. And then once you see, oh man, white man saying N-word, and then you got Jerry Seinfeld sitting next to him talking about, I wouldn't do that. It's like, oh, this is super offensive.
Yeah.
It's like people jump at the chance to be a part of a movement so damn bad that you don't understand how stupid you look.
Yeah.
When you jump up in there like, this is offensive. And I understand that as a public, we don't like Louis C.K. anymore because he was beating his meat off in front of young women. And, you know, it was very intimidating because he's very tall. But it's very nasty. It's very, very nasty what he was out here doing. Wait, hold on. Where's the button? Which one should I use?
You decide. Ew.
That's what he did. He beat
It's just one beat. It's just one beat. That's all he needs. Oh, jeez.
Louis, relax. Louis, stop. Ew.
Stupid. I'm not going to let you get the chance.
Jeez.
But I understand that as a society, we don't like Louis, but I'm not okay with trying to go back in time and dig up every single thing that he did. I personally have some issues with trying to retroactively punish people of yesterday by today's rules.
I understand that.
Hold them to today's standards for
yesterday.
actions.
Yeah, because you have to understand, back then it was a different time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it is with every generational.
A lot of people got away with a lot of like shit that would not fly today.
It wouldn't fly today, and it wouldn't necessarily be a thing of whatchamacallit, got away with, like, shit. Fucking people got paid $13 an hour at their job, and now this year the minimum wage raised up in New York City to $15.
Yeah.
So if we try to pay like, oh man, you have private companies still paying people $13 an hour. It's like, are we gonna take them away and put them in jail? We should, but
we probably go after the people that put little Negro babies in zoos in like what, the 1800s, 1900s. But let's not bring down
I'm just saying,
podcast.
We know what's wrong and we know what's right. It's just when you reach and you overreach out to try to find defense in things that were socially acceptable back then at the time that it was done. Yeah. It's kind of, you kind of look stupid. Yeah, we understand that. Looking back, we were wilding. Certain things that we were doing, we were wilding. Yeah. Back when people used to say the F word for gay and homosexual people, and we just let them fly. Yeah, we get that. That's offensive nowadays. We were wilding. But back then, everybody was doing it. It seemed okay. We have to stop getting into this mob mentality, and I feel like people do that nowadays along with trying to cancel everybody. Yeah. That you just want to be a part of a movement and you just jump into it. Imagine how stupid that might look in like 100 years from now when people finally are able to like process all the information and decide for themselves and not let the opinions of others affect theirs. If they're not adding in any factual information, they're just throwing in their opinion and let my opinion persuade your opinion and
not reacting with emotion and everything. You got to process that stuff.
Process all the facts and all the information and come to a decision for yourself. And once you have your decision, that's all that matters. And you do what you need to do from there. And no, I'm not canceling Louis. I just also think that it was messed up that they did the thing where they posted his 50-minute set and he was making fun of the kids who didn't get shot. Oh yeah. Yeah. At the school. Is that offensive, y'all? Am I wilding for saying that's not offensive to me?
I feel like when like I said before, I've always said this, like if you're going hard to try and get offended by something, you get upset at the fact that you're offended. Why are you upset? You did this to yourself. So if if people are like purposely putting out like shit like Louis making fun of the school shootings and shit like that, like, okay, he's not saying like, hey, I'm glad that this happened, I'm advocating for more school shootings. He's just saying like, damn, you know, he's trying to bring a bit of levity to a otherwise horrific situation. Like, hey, I know this happened, I know this is really tragic, but come on, let's try and smile. That way we can, you know, bring up.
Yeah, he was just trying to make a joke and, you know, to make people laugh and try to find the nuance in the situation.
Exactly.
That's all comedians really might try to do, is just try to make you laugh. Damn, sorry, I'm trying to make a joke, buddy. Didn't know you was super sour about it.
Exactly.
And if you know you're sensitive to a lot of shit, you probably shouldn't be sitting at a comedy show.
Definitely.
But also fuck to that guy that posted that, who sat there, recorded his whole set with his phone and then posted the audio clip on YouTube.
Yeah.
I didn't see the whole clip yet, but, you know, as a comedian, I understand that wasn't, it's hard because it's like that wasn't a finished thought. Yeah. It's like you're gonna kill me for like doing stand up. You have the idea in your head, but you still need to work it out. You need to try it a couple times. You know, it might take months. It might take a year to find a joke. So you have to keep trying it out different ways and try to find that angle to make it funny to you or whatever works for you. And it's kind of hard because a comedian working out a bit is like, he may not be that confident in it because he may not be ready to stand on that yet. He didn't put that out himself. So obviously he may not have been ready to stand on that. So it's kind of hard to say that, oh, we should really crucify him for this, what he said just now. It's like, well, he didn't put that out. He might have said it, but he was still working it out. We don't know what that joke's going to sound like a year from now. We may never hear that joke again because it was posted online. Yeah. So we may never hear it again. And then what happens then? Are we going to still kill him for having that thought that one time? Should we?
Nah,
it's just ridiculous to me. And I hate to like harp on this comedy stuff, but we got to talk about R. Kelly eventually.
That's a comedy in itself.
But there is one more thing we got to get to before R. Kelly.
Go ahead.
You were right, Evan. Cassie is out here wilding.
Damn. I don't know, man.
How you feeling now?
Stupid. I'm not going to give a chance.
I mean, to be honest, you know, I'm waiting for it.
Nah.
To be honest,
I'm gonna let you talk.
As far as that whole
Stupid. I'm not going to give a chance.
I looked away too.
As that situation is just, we don't know everything. Just like how we take things out of context, we don't know everything with this situation.
I don't know why they broke up. Yeah. She could be completely justified in doing what she's doing now with why they broke up.
But to those
I was right with what I said.
To those who don't know, to provide context, like what I was saying before, so some news broke out during the week that that personal trainer that she's now dating.
Diddy's personal trainer.
Yes, Diddy claims that they were together while he and Cassie were still together. So now the situation is getting even more muddy.
I hope this button is the button I need it to be.
You broke.
Damn it!
You're too close, man.
There it is.
He getting there.
Figuring it out. That's my cancel button. Whatever something's running on too long, I'm just gonna hit it with this.
There you go.
Exactly.
Cancel button.
So according to Diddy, Cassie was cheating on him with the personal trainer, and now that they've broken up, Cassie's now coming forward and being public with the fact that she's with this personal trainer. So how we feeling about that?
I mean, she can do whatever she wants. She's fine. She's free. She's a grown woman. She's free to do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
It's just that, you know, I was right.
I was right. I was right. You got it. You got it.
For the listeners, Akai and Evan just shook hands because Akai just admitted that Evan's right. It's hard for us to admit that Evan's right from time to time.
Yeah.
It is.
Do we want to save R. Kelly for last, or do we want to like do our little thing on it now and then go back to other topics? So
let's
do it. Let's just do it now.
Yeah.
Get it out the way and then go to fun stuff.
Rest of this, man.
No, I'm not. Hey, listeners, I want you guys to understand something. We are not about to have a 45-minute conversation about R. Kelly.
No.
We don't need.
We're gonna try
exactly.
not to.
Don't try not to. Nothing. I refuse to sit here and talk about some shit that's been in the public eye for damn near over 10 years.
Facts.
Yeah. True.
This has been 15 years. What was that, 2003, 2002 when that first case came out about him peeing on a little girl?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is 15 years later. And now it's only just adding more shit to what happened. So there wasn't Lifetime's put out a 6-part documentary series. Each part is an hour, so that's 6 hours of content. Did any of you watch it about surviving R. Kelly?
Nope.
No.
I watched some of it. So, and especially because you guys didn't see any of it. You guys didn't see any of it, right?
No.
Nah.
So because you guys didn't see any of it, I don't think it'd be best for us to try to have a full-on R. Kelly discussion because we haven't seen it for ourselves, all of it. But in the parts that I saw in it, it was very like, whoa, this is really like just, it's hard to watch. Some of that was really hard to watch, but I refuse to go in on R. Kelly. I'm gonna let y'all say y'all piece, and then I'm gonna just say mine.
All right.
It's just
Get Akai.
I got nothing.
good.
Really?
Good. No, because good.
I
I ain't trying to live on this.
All right. My only thing, like Evan and I discussed this earlier.
I'm gonna go in with what I said too. I'm gonna say
like I just want to bring more attention to the victims and those who were personally victimized by R. Kelly, and like, you know, don't blame them because there are those people out there that are saying like, oh, maybe if they weren't dressed in a certain way or behaving a certain way or like putting themselves out into this like lifestyle, then shit like this wouldn't happen. We shouldn't be blaming the victims. Victim blaming does nothing but creates like a vicious cycle for this sort of behavior.
how are you helping saying that? Yeah.
Exactly.
Not you, I'm saying, but people who are just trying to point fingers and you're to blame, you're to blame, you're to blame, you're to blame, this is to blame, this is to blame. What is that helping?
That's not helping.
What is that helping?
That's helping the predator. That's helping the pedophile get more what they want.
And if anything, you're taking away more blame.
Exactly.
You might be taking away blame, but
The
taking away
credibility
attention.
of the person.
You're taking away attention from who should be on, who the light should be on in certain situations.
Exactly. So it's like don't blame the victim. Help the victim. Try and keep them out of that situation as best as you can. You know, you can't help everybody, but the more like active you are in trying to prevent something like that from happening, the better your chances are. And you know, you just got to have these conversations with your children, like both your male and female children. Like, hey, you got to be careful about who you associate with. You got to be careful about who you like put your kids around, because if you got your kids around these people who are defending R. Kelly and saying that what he did was okay, you need to really like question your relationship with that person. Because if you're friends with a person that's like defending someone who has all these allegations and all these like cases against him with all these young women and doing all this unspeakable, like truly disgusting shit, that's not the type of people you need to have around your family. Those are just my thoughts on it.
Okay. Now, I'm glad you guys spoke and said what you're going to say. I'm going to try to keep my point frank, and I want to try to keep it short. But also, I watched some of the specials, and I'm not going to put any sound effects on because I want to make sure I really dig in. So I want you guys to really like take in what I'm saying. This is. I know we joke around a lot. We talk about a lot of lighthearted topics on the podcast all the time, and we here to make laughs and make jokes, and we's playing to piss on you and all of that. But you know, it's certain times, just like the other episode, where we have to be serious. So I want to make sure that you understand how serious I am when I'm saying this. Fuck R. Kelly. Yes,
nah, for real.
Simple.
Nah, for real.
Simple as that. Fuck him.
Straight up.
And also, I also want to hone in on saying that it's deeper than R. Kelly. This situation is very much deeper than R. Kelly, and I think that also deserves a lot of attention and spotlight in the situation, especially with watching it, because I sat up last night watching some of it. I can't watch all 6 hours of that. That's too much. Some of that hits home. And some of that is just really, really hard to see a bunch of people reliving dark times of their lives, and to watch that for 6 hours is, I just can't. That shit, I can't sit there and watch people in pain for that long. To me, that's like almost watching Passion of Christ. Like, when you just watch that, it's like to watch a man be tortured for so long. It's like, yo, stop. I can't watch this. I understand. I get the point. This isn't for me. Like, then that's also another part of it. That wasn't to me. That Surviving R. Kelly series,
testimonials,
it's not for me.
Yeah.
It's not for me in the sense of like, I don't need to see that to know how I feel about this man in that situation.
Yeah.
But also, like I said before, it's terrible. It's unfortunate. It's sad, and at the same time, it's deeper than him. As I'm saying before, It's deeper than him. When you watch the series, that's one of the things that I really, really pulled from it. When you see all the people come up, they give their testimonials, they say their side of the story, they give you their truth. And that's another part why it was so hard for me to watch, because you watch it and people tell their stories, and then you might feel like, oh, there might be holes in his story, and you said you was getting paid and this, and it doesn't matter.
It really doesn't.
It like, that's part of the why I say this is deeper. There's so much that was going on. That's why they have 6 hours of this shit. There's so much, not just him, but around him, that allowed this to happen. It wasn't just one thing that happened and he was able to do it for so long. He was able to participate in this type of shenanigans bullshit because of all the things that society allowed, people around him allowed, and just little actions that people participated in that they didn't know the depths of. They didn't know the gravity of what they were doing.
Fuck those people who allowed that shit to
of course
to, like, his,
and that's
his
what
crew.
I'm saying, and it's like, deeper than him, and it's hard for me to jump in and say, hey, we got to cancel R. Kelly, we got to not listen to his music, because, you know, for me, it's like music is art, and art is put up for interpretation of the listener. And somebody like me, growing up, I sang I Believe I Could Fly, World's Greatest, all these songs at my kindergarten, elementary school graduations. Yeah. So to me, those songs don't mean something nasty. Those are like triumphant songs. I remember singing I Believe I Could Fly at my kindergarten graduation, and then during the summer, I got the Space Jam like tape. And it's in the soundtrack. Like, that song means something different to me. Yeah. The music's up for interpretation. I don't want to keep listening to that music so he continues to get money and profit off of that. I'm hitting up the internet. I'm illegally downloading it. Fuck that. I'm going to listen to it in the privacy of my own home. Wow. Because it means something to me. Now, if I can do whatever I can to make sure he don't profit from it, all right, cool. You're right. No, I understand what you're saying, but also to just, that's just how I feel on the whole canceling him part. It's just like I said before, and I'm going to try to just leave it here. It's deeper than him. When you watch the special, you will see that there are so many different cogs and wheels that played a part in this. There's so much about society and the people around him and the people involved in this that they did and allowed to let this happen for so long. And it's deeper than that. And it's just not as simple as fuck R. Kelly. It's not as simple as take all I hate on everybody who preys on young women and everybody who does prostitution and everybody who kidnaps and holds these girls against their will and brainwashes young women. It's not just that simple to take all that hate and just throw it on R. Kelly and say fuck him. Take all our hatred from everybody whoever participates this outside of R. Kelly and just throw it all at R. Kelly. Yeah. You gotta be able to dig deeper and understand everything involved in it. And we gotta start having those conversations about everything involved in the situation. Everything needs to be talked about. Everything needs to be addressed. Everybody's actions should be talked about. And once we get to a point in society where we're able to do that, then we can start really talking about how we can prevent shit like this from happening in the future. Because that's the point. That's the point about all of this. This should not be happening going forward. This should never be happening. All right, it happened in the past. I don't have a time machine to stop this. There's a whole lot we would stop if we had time machines. So yeah, we should say fuck this guy. But we also need to start having these conversations with everybody and being able to understand and dissect this situation in all different facets that fall under it. And to be able to have these conversations with people so we understand that how can we prevent this from happening again? How can we stop this? How can we arm people with the information and the emotional strength and knowledge so that way they don't fall under, they can recognize this type of shit so that way they don't fall victim to it?
I wish we knew. It's just like...
But no, once we start having those conversations, then we could do it. But right now, where we're at as a society where we get mad at a white man for saying the N-word and not using the N-word out of context, and we react so heavily and strong to shit like that, we can't sit here and dissect all of this. This ain't it. This ain't the society to do it in. Maybe in 5 years we can. And maybe that's part of the problem, why we know this has been happening for so long, and it's taken us 15 years to come back and sit down and talk about it. Yeah. Because back then we weren't ready to talk about it. We all saw the video. We weren't ready. We sitting there making jokes. Exactly. As a people. We sitting there I'm playing the music. We was making jokes. We was putting it in cartoons, trying to tell people about it.
Yeah.
We weren't ready then. I don't think we're ready now. Hopefully very soon in the future we will be. So that way this doesn't have to happen again.
It's just unfortunate that things like this have to happen in order for
it's a crazy world we live in.
To be like taken, you know. It's like tragedies and like tragic events need to happen apparently for us to make those necessary changes to prevent them from happening in the future. Like fires had to happen for firefighters to be like necessary. Like crimes needed to happen before police officers were invented. So like it's a shame that like a monster like R. Kelly, and I'm gonna call him a monster because what he's done, that shit is like terrible to all these young women, whether they're convinced that they wanted it to happen or not. He knows what he's done is wrong. So like shit like this needs to stop.
I want to put it like I want to end it here just to make sure if we all can agree on this. Do we all agree that shit like this can be preventable?
Yes. I feel like it can as long as we recognize it in time. Like if you can catch it
with
in
the
time,
proper
you can stop
information and the proper talking and all the proper dialogue, eventually in the future, do we feel like this could be preventable?
We as men need to lead that change.
Yes,
we
definitely
as men need to see that we are a very, very, very huge problem within this entire situation. The thing, and that's why I don't speak on these things, because I see the bigger issue is that there's half of the world's population, men, that do not understand how to process what it is that they need to process. Emotions, actions, any of that. The way we prevent it is by speaking on what matters, which is men are taking a lot of things in this world and destroying them and adding to that vilification and adding to that unfortunate never-ending spiral of bad shit going down. We can talk until we're blue in the face about, like, you know, preventative measures. It starts with men. Yeah. It really does. I mean, a big part of the reason why I was a part of this podcast is because I see that we have voices that can at least echo on things that, you know, are obviously general topics.
Yeah.
But us as men, we have to lead that change. There's one side of this whole world that already gets it. They understand. They're in tune with everything. And that's women.
Yeah.
But us as men, to allow all that shit to continue and happen, that's on us. That's on us every day. Definitely. If we're not doing that and we're not leading that change, nothing's going to get done. So right. when I hear people say, like, you know, eventually it'll change, nah, it can start right now.
Yeah.
We can speak on that shit right now.
We got to start having those conversations.
That's all it is.
As like a society, and being able to dissect it. And
exactly.
Be mature enough and emotional enough that whatever we're saying, we're not trying to say it to hurt people. We're trying to say it to make it better.
Exactly.
We're trying to say,
it might take a little bit of hurt. It might have to hurt some people's feelings. Might have to break a couple of eggs to make this omelet.
Fuck it.
But
if that's what needs to happen, that's what's going to happen.
And a lot of egos might have to be checked at the fucking door.
Exactly.
To have that conversation.
And that's the biggest thing.
Exactly.
There's the way I see it is, one side, women, they understand, they're aware, they have those support circles to be able to understand what to do and how to process. On the other end, with men, it's just like, yo, we're so simple-minded and like thinking like, oh, this is that, so this is how it should be, and that's all that happens. So it's just like we don't tap in with what needs to be worked on. We just kind of go with whatever it is. So it is what it is. It is what it is. That's all I'm going to leave it at.
I was looking for a song to help us transition out of this. I don't remember the name of it. You know, what's the name of that damn song so I can play it?
Fuck, I don't remember. Shit.
What's the name of that person? Nobody remembers?
No.
What? How does it go? This is bad. I'm a whole musician, and you guys are just not in key with whatever it is. That's why this is like I'm just
Akai with music.
There you
this
go.
is hurting me.
This is now
that was
this is now a
painful.
music podcast. Go
I'm not
ahead.
even gonna lie. That was painful, dog.
Stupid. I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
Word.
Go ahead.
That was horrible.
You know what? Because I fucked that transition up. Here's Akai with music.
There you go.
Don't put this on me because you don't know what the fuck you doing. Jeez, that's terrible. Oh man. So while these niggas get their life together, I guess the best way to segue out of that is just to say that, you know, a lot of what's going on now is just it can all be prevented just as long as we're having the right topics and conversations brought to the forefront. And going into the new year, I hope that's more of what we get to do. And I'm just glad for just being able to have that platform and have that space to be able to do it. So all I can say is here's to 2019 and what else we can do for the people at large. What are y'all doing?
We trying to find the song.
Y'all
talk about music that came out. What's
Keep
some new
going.
albums that
I'm
came
not
out for
talking
the
about
new year?
music that came out because no. This
Why
is
not?
not a music podcast.
Yes,
No.
it is.
No.
It is now for 2019.
Go to viewer questions because this is terrible. Y'all are mad unprofessional.
My bad.
You're damn right.
You know
Yeah,
what?
exactly. Don't put this on the nigga that orchestrated everything else.
You know what?
You're fuck y'all.
You're right, Akai.
Yeah, I'm mad now.
You're right,
Because y'all
Akai.
talking on the wrong situation, just like every fucking body else that does this shit online and sitting there talking about, well, we got to cancel R. Kelly. This is stupid. We're going after the stupidest shit involved with the situation. I legitimately get mad when people dog around the fucking fact that we have men that are continuing all these practices that need to stop. You really need to stop. I understand that he did what he did, but at the same time, talk to your fucking sons. Talk to your fucking brothers. Talk to your friends, your male friends that keep doing this stupid shit. It's really bad. It's horrible. Like, I shouldn't have to want to fight a nigga that's acting stupid to his girl or to his sister or his brother, just a lady out in the street. Like, I really do have, like, a really bad just point with men that just continue to do the same shit. And unfortunately, I played my hand in that with my past transgressions, but at the same time, I try to make amends in the way that it's just like, yo, you can be better than this. You can be better than this to, you know, move forward and, you know, do better for the people that are coming up next. So, like, let's raise our sons and our brothers and male friends up to be those people that we need for the other half, which is women.
Oh, shit. Wrong one.
There you go.
That's all I can say.
No,
that's why at first I didn't want to say my piece because it's like I already know where it needs to be taken.
No, you're
and
absolutely right.
I already need where like
Let these niggas know.
that's it. Because
No.
I hate being that passionate about it, but at the same time, I feel like the work that I'm in, you know, being able to be in a space and a capacity where, like, you know, we have young men that are coming up in a high school system.
That's
like
crazy.
what I see every day. I'm seeing it's a problem with the home and where you guys are bringing up your kids.
It does all
It
start
starts with us. Like, it really starts with us. If we're not doing anything and we're not speaking up to what's going on, then we're not helping move forward with whatever's going on in society. So that's really it, you know. Like, I hate speaking like that because it's like, you know, the passion, I would rather place it towards the relief effort of saying, yo, young man, this is how we're going to, you know, treat a woman, treat someone that could be your sister, your cousin, anything like that. So continuing this, it's not good. It's not good at all. That's it. It's not good at all.
With the three of us who work with children, like, exclusively, it's like we kind of do have to take it upon ourselves to help implement those lessons, like, early on, like, no matter the age of the child, as long as we're trying to, like, foster that message inside of them, like, yo, you have to treat each other better, especially with the young men.
Know better, do better. That's it.
Exactly.
That's all it is. So what is this song? Because can you at least hum something of it? That's Benny Hill.
Thank you.
Jesus.
Sitting on my
That was terrible.
Thank you.
That was horrible. Just shout out to everybody that knows how to be in key.
Stupid. I'm not gonna let you get a chance.
Man,
There you go.
jeez.
Yo.
Oh my
There you
goodness.
go, Kai. Don't leave me hanging.
Air fist. There you go. Oh my
Came at me
goodness.
with the Only Fury.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh my God, that hurt my brain. Oh, you sitting there. I'm sitting there, music podcast. No. Been asking about this for a whole year.
The king of transitions.
Oh my God. I thought that was Travis Scott, the king of transition.
Wow.
All right. So,
Well, there you go.
That's how I feel like the show's being run today. How are we going to do this podcast today?
so guys, I was on Snapchat the other day.
Okay.
On your premium snap?
No, that was yours. It's your account. You signed me in. I was on Snapchat the other day, and after seeing all the nasty, lusty accounts Akai follows,
Word.
I saw in the advertising part that
I'm
they
out
had this
wildin'.
account called Phone Swap, where it's these people who go on dates. There's like these blind dates, and you go on the date. And before you even sit down and talk with the person, you get a chance to go on their phone and look at their apps.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wondering if we were in those positions and we went on first dates, I would wonder what would be the first 3 apps that we would go to. And then I'm going to ask what would be the 3 apps that we wouldn't want the people to go on our phone. Put our old selves on blast.
The first 3 apps I will go on her phone.
AIM.
Ha ha ha
The
ha.
real deal.
Stupid. I'm not gonna let you get the
Oh, nigga, you gay.
There it is. There it is. There it is. Oh, damn.
The memory on my camera died, so that's why I said you couldn't do nothing about that camera,
No
just
problem.
so you know.
Oh, man.
It's all good.
Damn.
All right, so
First 3.
The first 3, probably Facebook.
You going to that Facebook?
Yeah. Because
Okay,
you said
give
it's
you 3. Give you 3.
because you said
before I
it's
criticize it.
Yeah, you said it's a blind date. So like Facebook.
Well, it's not really a blind date, but like, you know, you
Like
see
a
somebody on
first-
social media, you swipe right, they swipe right, you know, something like that.
Facebook.
So you don't really know that much about them.
Yeah, Facebook, Twitter, and Facebook, Twitter, and probably their Snapchat.
That's the first 3. It doesn't have to be social media. Any app on their phone.
No, yeah, that's the first thing I'm going to.
You can go through anything on their phone.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Facebook's, Twitter, and what?
And Snapchat.
Thank you.
Photos.
Is that an app that just
That's on their phone.
That's what I'm saying. It's an
on
app.
their phone.
See,
I'm
he would
sorry.
know that if he had an iPhone. He would know what
You
an
would
app
know
looks
that.
like.
Exactly.
Oh, whoa, brother. Whoa. Now, you got too much dip on your chip.
glad they caught it on camera.
So photos. Photos. Damn, that's tricky.
Benny Hill.
Is that
Damn.
is that the name of the episode?
No, I
Slipped
just
my
why
mind.
did
Benny Hill.
I'm typing in so much shit.
Oh my
He
goodness.
no, you should have seen. He typed in Charlie Chaplin music.
What? Evan.
You said photos.
Stupid. I'm not.
So photos, right?
Photos.
You're going through the photos. It's not focused on me right now.
Damn.
This isn't about me.
Maybe. Yeah.
This is a music podcast.
Yeah, maybe the Snap.
Going through their music.
And yeah, no, Spotify.
Oh, okay.
Gotta
Because
see their
I
playlist.
would definitely be interested in what music they listen to, how they vibe and whatnot. And there you
That's-
go. That's it.
Wrong
I
voice.
gotta fucking get this right.
It's this
You
one.
will. You will. You will.
Stupid. I'm not going.
All right, Evan. Now you.
Oh well, I think y'all. I like the Spotify one. I haven't heard that one before. I have
Yeah.
not heard the Spotify one. I've been running around asking people this question for the past 2 weeks, asking a bunch of women what they would do, asking a bunch of family and friends what apps would they open, and I would hear stupid ones like Snapchat. I would open up your Instagram. I'm like, I don't need your phone to see your Instagram. I can look at your Instagram through my phone. I can see everybody you're following. I can see the pictures you like. I can see what you post.
Well, no, I I said that because of how you like presented it. You said it like a blind date.
Yeah, that's what I try to. That's what I try to like add a little bit more context. Like you kind of, it's not a blind date. Like you know what the person looks like. You know what the
you've been talking for a minute, I guess, and then you meet up. Finally.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all have expressed interest in one another. Would you want to change anyone? You can change it. I'll let you.
Nah. I'll still rock with my 3 choices.
All right, so I heard stupid ones like Snapchat, Instagram. Wait,
where's my button?
Fucking, what was some dumb ones I heard? I heard. What is Snapchat? I heard Instagram. I heard one girl. One girl was actually smart. She was like, "I'm checking his bank app."
Oh shit!
Damn.
Not for January 1st.
Damn, shorty.
You can see that I paid rent, but that's about.
Why are you clocking him like that?
You gonna check my bank app?
You broke.
It's like, wait a minute, how are you paying for this date?
Little nigga, you gay.
Where's the button that I really want?
Whoa, brother.
There you go.
Whoa. Now, you got too much dip on your chip.
That's not enough on my chip.
Man, word. We just gonna have just the chips. Just the chips and the check.
25 cents for the bag? How much for one?
Let me just get one rib.
Just get one chick.
Just give me the napkins, please. I'll have the napkins and the ketchup.
How much for the bag? Without the chips.
I'm sorry. I just had the breadsticks that were provided and the water.
The finest water.
I mean, the basket.
Mm-hmm. Tap, not stirred.
Gratuity.
That might be.
I can't even buy 2 of these.
Tap, not stirred.
Nah. Oh, jeez. Oh my goodness.
I'm definitely checking out your photos.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going through every single one of your photos.
That's the top.
Yeah, that's top one.
That's
right
it.
there.
It's over.
Some people want to go through messages. I understand, like your text messages.
No,
but I mean, yeah, I would if it was up to me. You want to check who they're talking to. I'm going to your messages more than your Instagram and your Snapchat. And I like the music one. What was my third one? What's my third one? Let me look at my list as I pull it out. What would be the third? Bank app, playlist over. Oh yeah, definitely playlist over pockets. I'm checking your music before I check your bank app.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, the third one, yeah, I'm gonna check your photos. I'm checking your messages, and then I'm most likely gonna go to screen time app.
Oh yeah,
that way you can see what they're doing.
Yeah.
And then
that's
you
a
can
new
see
one.
how often they're on their phone. And how
everybody's on their phone all the time.
No, but
on which app?
Yeah, it tells you. It gives you the breakdown. The screen time app on this iPhone, where every week it tells me every single thing that I do. It tells me how many notifications I get, how many times I pick up my phone, how many. It tells me everything.
I feel like you're plugging this right now. It's a screen time app. Get it now.
No, it's in your phone.
Screen time,
they're monitoring you. No, the robots are coming.
They're coming.
They're here. No, they're
assimilate.
Here. And they're monitoring us. They are monitoring us. Your phone watch when your phone transforms. It turns into a knife and it's choking you out in your sleep.
Why is
it turns into a knife and
that chokes my
Evan.
Stupid. You never choked on a knife before?
No.
Stupid.
Oh.
What?
Shut the fuck up.
Yes. There it is.
But the screen time app, I know Kenneth doesn't have an iPhone, but with those of you who have iPhones, at first it did feel like an invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
It was just like, damn, you tell me how many times I pick up my phone? You tell me how many notifications I get? They telling you how many notifications from each app you get, how often which apps you use in order. It tells you how long you're on social media, how long you're on gaming apps, all of that. It gives you the entire breakdown and how long you're on it on each and every single day. It'll give you the week, it'll give you the day, it'll tell you exactly how long you're on it, which is something that I never knew that I needed, because something like that, it is a reality check.
Yeah,
it is a reality check on yourself sometimes. So I'm definitely going through a bitch's phone through that. It's the first thing I'm looking at. I want that to be the first thing I look at before I look at your photos, because there might be something else that you're on more often. But those are definitely top two. But what are some apps? If you had to pick one app that you didn't want somebody to check on your phone, what would it be? You can go through my photos. I got mad funny memes in there.
Yeah, no, I was about to say photos because it's
I want them to go through my photos.
But it's just like I have mad stupid shit.
Exactly. I just save mad memes on my phone, so it's like
you go through my photos.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're gonna see a lot of the memes that I've already sent you. So what are you gonna do? Oh, hey, I remember when you sent me this. Oh, hey, I remember when you sent me this.
But what would be the one app you don't want them to see from you?
I don't know. I'm not
one app that would totally get you. Nah, she ain't gonna date me if she see this app.
Tumblr.
All right.
Tumblr.
Even after the censoring?
Because on Tumblr the way it is now, if you have it on your blog, you can still see it. Other people can't see it. So yeah.
The wild shit?
Yes.
You can still see all your wild shit?
All your wild shit as long as you posted it.
And I'm the one with the premium sound. That's wild.
You are.
And I'm not. I actually deleted Snapchat. Yeah, I had a problem. It's crazy.
The payments weren't coming through?
They weren't coming through.
That's what happened.
And they kept taking them too quick. They kept taking them too quick.
IRS,
That's why I couldn't IRS. Man, they were coming for me, man. It was crazy. It was like
the government shut down, but them taxes are still coming.
Government shut down, man.
Shaking, not snapped. But what would be the one app you wouldn't want somebody to go through on your phone? Or what would be the app that you think if they went through it, they saw that, they would probably
Picture fit
or leave?
I don't really know. I don't think there's anything I do on my phone that's crazy. I mean, I would have probably said like Spotify or something like that.
Really?
If they see your Spotify, they're not going to date you?
Because they're going to see all this music, like all this crazy music I got on there. It's not like it's crazy music, but it's just like I have all this different shit.
He be listening to Mad Screamo. I want to listen to
before, you know how
before we met up, I heard Akai listening to Mad Screamo music.
Cutting my wrists in my bathtub. I was like, how am I going to pay this
Yeah, that
rent?
Kid Cudi album is crazy.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
It's a good album.
It's crazy.
Whew. It's a good album. No, I remember Kid Cudi had a song.
Can that be the title? Stupid.
I don't know how to spell that. Don't try to spell it. Please comment how to spell that for the viewers on fucking YouTube.
Please do.
The one app I want somebody to go through for me, most likely would have to be my credit card app.
Nice.
I don't want you to see what I'm spending money on.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I don't want you to spend money on this.
Don't count his pockets.
Yeah.
Don't count my pockets.
Yeah, exactly. Please
count my playlist.
Please, yes, that would be the one app that would definitely get me in there. Got the fire in my playlist.
Please go through his. Please go through his SoundCloud, his Spotify, all that shit.
Oh yeah, and when you're on there, make sure you listen to the Camden Night Podcast. Also available on Spotify,
Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, everything,
everything,
YouTube too, and also yes, guys, I'm back on track with the videos.
Back. It's lit.
Yes, he's back.
Stupid.
So if you haven't watched it yet,
they're marathoning right now on my own channel. Every episode is going out one a day, and also by this Wednesday that y'all hearing this episode will be up.
Exactly. Hey. So we'll be.
I'm gonna hate myself for editing it, but
no, it's all good. Like Evan's been saying it for weeks now that he's been trying to catch up and edit everything, but now back on track. Y'all can catch up with us. Thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
Give Evan a big round of applause.
Yeah.
Now that's what I wanted.
And hey, and you know what? Shout out to the audio. At least our audio's on point.
Oh hell yeah, nigga! This audio's lit.
Word. Yeah, I wouldn't want us to sound like we in a trash can or some shit.
Nah, those days is over. Those days are behind us.
Yeah, episode 13, we passed it.
The one and done.
That one hiccup.
I mean, it was 13. 13's bad luck, but there was a lot of good content on that episode, just like how this episode's rolling along.
Exactly.
And I want to move on to our next topic. More viewer questions.
There you go.
Gotcha.
Did you guys receive any?
I didn't put up a thing for viewer questions.
Did you put it up?
Yes, I put up something.
Do you want to check your phone right now to see if you got
My
any?
phone's all the way over there.
Damn,
I got you.
That's crazy.
Oh, good
This
looks.
nigga got all the questions. So I'm gonna pull up the ones that I got for me, just to make sure to see if there's any extra ones, some last minute ones to fit you guys in there, because I know I posted it late. Normally I posted a day ahead, so I get them all in that one little bunch before I go ahead and do it. But we got one question. He wants to know what persuaded everyone to get into their career path that they're in today. So for Kenneth, what persuaded you into getting into fighting?
Power Rangers.
All right, really?
Nice.
Power Rangers, yeah. I was
Zordon did it for you?
Big
Yes.
head Zordon.
Yeah, I was 4 years old. Watched the first ever episode of Power Rangers. I was like, yo, that's what I want to do. I want to be the Red Ranger. So I used to beg my parents, like, yo, put me in karate, put me in karate, put me in karate. And,
Put me in, coach.
Put me in, please. You know, so 19 years later, I had my first MMA fight, and here I am 5 years later in my first professional fight. So I guess I gotta owe my career, my livelihood to Power Rangers.
Nice.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all.
There's a volume button. Never mind. Akai, did you get anything?
No, I did not.
Okay,
right. So to answer the question now, yeah, what persuaded you to get on the career path that you're on? Yeah, I never did know that about you. But yeah, what made you get on this?
What do you mean?
The career path that you're on now, that what you do professionally, what you do for a living. Like, I never knew what got you in there.
Well, for me, I've always had an affinity to want to see the best for people. And I see that, especially given the area I come from, Far Rockaway, I see that we're very underserviced. We have a lot that goes on that I just feel like can be changed with at least being in that system and being involved with what goes down with the education system. And a lot of times, unfortunately, the people from this area, they go unnoticed. They get underserved. They go basically invisible. So it's just like, you know, being able to be a part of that change, and especially where I'm at right now, I feel like I can affect that change just being a part of it and present in my own community. So I've always loved that. Like, I've worked in the after school system for 3 years. I've worked in, you know, different charter schools and different DOE schools for 4 years. So it's just like being able to see all the ins and outs and all the different sides to it. I just want to be able to push that forward further and further as I go throughout my career. And plus, I have a younger brother, so.
Shout out to his younger brother.
Shout out Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about you, Evan?
Shit.
Stupid. Stupid.
Boo, get the fuck out.
Stupid. I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
Which career path? The
You
entertainment.
say which career path?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Entertainment.
I would say the same thing for music then, but
Yeah.
I mean, I guess music was the only other way I would say you can really get a lot of attention and notoriety towards things that matter, you know, being able to speak to a wider audience. So if I can couple education and music with that, then it would be a really great thing. Not that I'm going to be out here, you know, releasing hip hop albums that are like about education, like, yo, numbers and shit, do that shit. Yeah. It's cool and shit. Add it up. See, actually, let me
grab my little notepad.
man, that shit was fire. No.
Told you, gonna sneak us into being a music podcast.
Stupid.
He gonna freestyle one of these days. We gonna be talking about a topic. He gonna bust a mean 16.
Here we go. Here's a 16. I don't know if you knew my rhymes were mean. Oh yeah.
Turn his mic on.
I can't. That's
I don't
on
know
you.
how to work his soundboard.
You don't.
That's not the soundboard. It's
Stupid.
the
I'm not gonna let you get
See?
the chance.
See, I
There
don't
you
fucking
go.
know.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
This nigga did like a fucking 6-piece chess move. He knows my soundboard better than me. He's a master of this.
Give it to me one time.
Give it to me 2 times. Give it to me 3 times. Let's go.
Stupid.
I'm gonna use that doof as
Musical
a kick
breakdown brought to you by the
Serious.
Camming Out podcast.
They gonna make us a music podcast one way or another. And starting in 2019, we're gonna give Akai a little shine to talk about music.
Exactly.
Please don't.
Like,
I never wanted to.
No, if you guys want to, if you
guys want to hear it, if you guys want to hear it, Kenneth is gonna put me out there, even though we went against what.
You
Akai
want to
just said.
talk about Kenneth real quick?
Yeah, actually, yeah, yo, yo, fam, yo, what's good, man?
You have a tendency of just reeling people. Nah,
I'm not gonna let you get
the soundboard's off.
Yeah, you have a tendency of reeling people in to.
Yeah, like you just group niggas in with whatever it is you want to do. My face. But he does do that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you guys saw on the there was a clip that Akai put on his Instagram at underscore Godzilla underscore kinda on IG that he put out, you know, talking about Kenneth and stuff, and he's talking about his martial arts career. And whatchamacallit, there was a part in there where he was saying like, oh, what's next for you? What are we gonna do? And then Kenneth was like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna keep working until I get to my debut. And once I get to Vegas, you know, I'm gonna make sure all y'all come out and watch me, you know, playing a bus, you know, we walking scooters and bicycles.
Oh, that's why you commented that.
Congo line.
Did you? Yeah, actually, Evan, why did you have to put the ER with the niggas?
That's a fact.
Yeah, that you
exactly.
I was a little.
Let us address that.
First of all,
Mr. Benny Hill.
Yeah, first of all,
Mr. Benny Hill.
Yeah, my mic stand's not working.
Yeah,
Charlie Chaplin ass nigga.
I was a little taken aback. I was like, what the fuck is
Let's
this?
fix my
I'm not
microphone.
gonna let you get the chance.
Hold on, my microphone.
Yeah, your microphone. As
There
he,
we go.
yeah.
Wait,
Now let's put him
shit.
on.
It's still. You see what you did?
Good.
What are you doing?
There you go.
I think we were. It's still moving.
Good. Don't let
You know what it might? This.
There it is.
Nope. Made it worse.
Yeah,
Good job, Evan.
What are you doing?
People on YouTube
Yeah,
are getting the show.
There it is.
There you go. All right.
So explain why you put the hard ER in the N word there, brother.
Nobody knows what you're talking about. Y'all guys didn't give context. So let me
On Akai's Instagram.
Let me get to it. I'm walking us there. So you said all that stuff for making us get there, and how you were gonna make sure we traveled and got there. If we're gonna walk through the desert for 40 days and 40 nights, and
First off, you
how
dragging
you gonna
it.
take a bus? And I was like,
First off,
I
you
am not
dragging it.
taking a bus with you niggers. That's what I commented. That's what I said.
That's great. There it is.
Because why did you have to group us in on that?
Do you not remember the actual original conversation when that came up?
That was here.
No, that was not here. That was at Akai's old house.
Okay.
Like
Y'all talking about going to Vegas and stuff.
like 7 years ago, some shit like that.
Past life.
Yeah, exactly, mad long ago. But he and I, you and Stefan, sitting on the boardwalk. We were talking about that.
I was there?
Yes, you were. Yes,
All
this
right.
is not one of those rare non-Evan related things.
All right. I wasn't working overnight?
No.
Okay.
Exactly. You want to know exactly when that night was?
No.
When the delivery man got robbed.
I wasn't there that time.
Yes, you were.
When y'all ordered Chinese food and the delivery man got robbed?
Yes, you were there.
All right. I was there.
Exactly.
I just don't remember this night because it was 1 million years ago.
Exactly.
So I might have been there, but go ahead.
Exactly.
So you told everybody that Vegas.
Exactly. That God willing, I'll make it to Vegas as a big pro fighter. Main event, whatever the case is, and I will want everyone to come out.
There you go. I like that. You should have left it at want. Yo, I'm going to make sure everybody come out, and then I'm going to make sure if y'all don't got the plane ticket, we taking the bus, and if y'all not walking, Shoelace Express, my nigga. We going to get there.
Yeah,
we going to ride the Underground Railroad. Nah. If I can't make it, dog, I can't make it.
Can't make it, dog.
You know, you never notice that sometimes when you be like, son, we all just, whoa. Don't all me. Don't group me in with your thought. I wasn't with you when every brain cell in your head put this thought together. I wish I had a say in that meeting. So, for the listeners, whenever he says anything that involves all of us together in a group about a future decision,
I like how you flinch when I scratch my face.
Just want y'all to know he didn't get my okay. He didn't get my approval. Because there was mad times. He's like, yo, we out. We running the train on this chick. Don't worry, girl. We on our way. We running the ill
When
transit.
have I ever said that?
Yesterday.
When I deleted my premium snap.
With your face on it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a premium snap with your face. He was catfishing women.
Wow.
Damn it. Should we do it?
No.
Should we do it? Wait. No. I want to say something so bad, but I know it's not in the right context.
Please don't.
And you don't have your bleep button, Evan, so
Please don't.
I respect you enough to say this and not say it.
Oh, damn.
There you go. There it is.
There it is.
I think he should humbly retire for what he's
I'm
saying.
not gonna let you get the chance.
Exactly. There you go. There it is. I should. Oh, damn.
Just say, we here now. Now the listeners are wondering.
We can't.
Can you allude to what it might involve?
We can't.
You can't say anything about it?
No, I can't.
You can't even like give them a hint?
I can't, no. Everybody, we'll find out February 14th.
Oh, shit! Never mind. Yeah, Valentine's Day is crazy.
Yeah, Valentine's Day is
Valentine's
crazy.
Day's coming up. It's
crazy.
Crazy. So it was just on tone now? Damn, this is the one podcast that we're recording that's going. Damn. Granted, we're only gonna record for maybe another 15, 20 minutes too.
Yeah,
gotcha.
But
so you just pressed it on that one too. So
Yes.
this is the last 20 minutes, and then I'll make sure.
I have more battery.
You'd have to plug it in.
Yeah, it says battery exhausted.
Yeah, that's a charged battery.
So put that battery in while me and him talk,
There
while
you
we
go.
chit chat.
Yeah.
Thank you, my nigga. Look at you,
MVP.
So, Valentine's Day is coming up.
Yes, it is.
Is that
Next
pressuring
month.
any of us to get into a relationship?
I think it is pressuring some people to get out of a relationship or a commitment that's probably going to change their lives forever. Forever.
Do you feel like, but I remember the other week we were talking about getting engaged, and on Christmas, to me, I always felt like that was a terrible time to give that as a gift. Shouldn't that be more towards a Valentine's Day gift? Because it's a gift pertaining to the relationship.
Yeah, but I feel like
what are the rules for Valentine's Day's gifts? And we're going to talk about this again on the Valentine's Day episode.
See, this is the sad thing. I am a hopeless romantic at heart, but given all of the situations and things around Valentine's Day, I could really care less about it anymore. Like, I know I would be that kind of person to be like, yo, I do want to do like the nice dinner dates and go to these nice getaways and weekend getaways and stuff. And, to really just pour it on like, hey, I care about you. I love you and everything. But to just put that towards just one day that everybody else feels has to be that day, then I'm just like, nah. It seems kind of cheesy. It's just like the whole New Year's resolution thing. I think we moved past it as like, people and grew past it. It's like, yo, I'm already doing these things with you.
What about an engagement ring? Would that be something that you would consider as a gift?
Nah,
Valentine's
I wouldn't
Day?
do that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Nah.
Why not?
Because you're always going to associate it with that day. Like when we had the real Marvelous Mark on.
Yeah.
Like, shout out to him. We were talking to him about it, and he got engaged on Christmas.
Yeah.
And now he's going to associate that, like, as he said, every time he celebrates Christmas. And I just feel like it's like,
so if let's
you
say,
don't need to.
Okay.
It takes away from what it should be.
The
occasion,
not the occasion of Valentine's Day, but just commemorating
the
a
relationship
moment and that milestone that you reach with that person.
I was going to ask, does the occasion of Valentine's Day put added pressure onto like the certain amount, like whatever gifts you give to your significant other? Because it's like if it's Valentine's, like Christmas, okay, you gotta give a nice gift. Birthday, gotta give a nice gift. Valentine's Day is like, I always viewed Valentine's Day as like, you know what, let's go out, have a nice romantic dinner, dress up, look nice, whatever. But I gotta give like a engagement ring or some shit like that, or like
that should be heavy on the bank.
For me, I'd honestly, to be real, I'd do something that would show the sentiment of the relationship. I'd do something that would speak to how far we've come, and just to kind of harken back to, like, what really got us to this point.
Ring pop.
That ring pop. Like the same exact flavor. Just bring it up.
Flavor?
Orange Starburst or something like that. Just pack a Starburst, just throw it at her and be like, hey, remember?
Wait.
You remember.
Wait, she like orange Starburst?
Nah.
Thank God. Thank God.
But, just go back to, like, point in time that, it shows sentiment. It holds weight, and you just like, hey, I love you.
That makes sense, yeah.
Instead of it just being like, oh, hey, commit to me for the rest of your life.
Let it be worth more sentimentally than like,
yeah.
yeah.
Maybe do something that,
It's crazy because for me, for all the same reasons you guys are saying why you wouldn't do it is the reasons that I probably would.
No, I'm saying like if I'm gonna get her a gift for Valentine's Day, I'd rather it mean something like oh hey, like I wouldn't want to get her like a pair of diamond earrings just because it's Valentine's Day. I'd rather be like oh hey, these are earrings that you saw like 2-3 years ago that you wanted, but we just couldn't get it at the time. So you know what? I'm just gonna surprise you with them. Not even on Valentine's Day. I'm gonna get you them like February 20th, some shit like that. You know, or like hey, it's your birthday in like 3 weeks, but you know what? I'm gonna take you out now because I wanna surprise you for it. Some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the gift to me should be more sentimental than just like oh hey, let me just like try and impress you just as much as I can. I mean,
yeah.
No, that's definitely sweet. That's very sweet. That's very sweet.
But no, I heard. I was listening, but at the same time, so you're not getting married or engaged to on that day?
Nah, you know, no, because you know what it is. It should be like that day shouldn't just be about like hey, let's celebrate love. Like fuck it, like Valentine's Day you can do whatever you want with the person you love on Valentine's Day. Even
you feel like there's a limit on what you can do?
No, because like I've had Valentine's Day where it's like, okay, I took the person out to dinner, movie, all that romantic shit, and then I've also had Valentine's Day where like she and I just stayed in the house and just cuddled up all fucking day.
Okay, I'm just asking because just for the listeners, I don't want nobody to be like, oh, this nigga sound mad cheap, like he ain't gonna do nothing. Why you don't want to get the ring? Why you don't want to spend money? Why you don't want to? No, I'm just saying all of that just to ask the one question because you sent it to the group chat. I was trying to use that to transition to the topic of how much should people be spending on
an engagement ring.
Yes, on an engagement ring. How much rack should you be dropping? How much do you put down to prove your love? And granted, you sent the video to it. I only read the title. I did not watch the video. Can you fill me in on what the gentleman in the video was talking about?
He was pretty much saying what we were saying. Like, you know, like it shouldn't like people were some people were saying that a higher price shows like more love, and then he was saying the opposite.
Stupid. I'm not gonna.
But he was also saying how like the price shouldn't matter. It should be like how much like emotional attachment is behind like the ring, basically. So if I always thought of it as if you're gonna get a piece of jewelry for the person, like they should have seen it beforehand and given their opinion on it. So I'm not gonna try and get you a ring or a bracelet or a necklace or whatever without getting your opinion on it beforehand. I'm just gonna I'm gonna nonchalantly bring it up like, hey, that's a nice ring. Or if she did the opposite for me, it's like, oh, hey, that's a nice watch.
Also,
right?
wait, did you guys know that if you give an engagement ring to a girl, you're supposed to get an engagement watch?
What?
Yeah.
Is that new?
No, that's been a thing. That's been tradition that's been lost in time.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Google it. On your free time, Google it. It's a thing. I looked it up. This has been a thing. When did that
practice start?
This has been a thing for a long time.
How long? You did your investigative journalism, so how long has it been?
I want people to look it up. Just so that way you can understand it, like how be as shocked and appalled as I was.
Well, I mean, the whole practice of the engagement ring or the
because the ring is mine,
ring.
Yeah.
It's like it's been fabricated by the diamond company.
But can you imagine? Because you get an engagement ring, and then when you get married, you gotta get a wedding ring. So now you get an engagement watch. Now when you get married, you gotta get the wedding watch.
Man, they can watch my wedding. That's it.
Wow.
That's all it's gonna be.
Yeah.
You walking down the aisle.
Engagement watches are a thing, and five of the best from Gentleman's Journal. It's high time men started celebrating their side of the engagement. We've got just the watches for the job.
Oh my goodness!
So you wouldn't propose?
Whoa,
to a girl
wait a minute! I proposed to my boyfriend with an engagement watch. Hold
Queen.
on, now I gotta ask: Would you be okay if a hypothetical significant other came up to you
and got on one knee? We talked about this in the videos before the podcast, but
yeah.
we never talked about it on the podcast. So I like where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good. Oh, it's a nice plot to end.
This is good.
It's a nice spot to end. So if our girl proposed us, would we accept that socially?
I mean, damn. I feel like I would be okay with it. I wouldn't mind. It's like I don't care if she got down on
girl got on your knee. I'd be like, oh, it's about to go there. You freaky bitch.
In the middle.
Would you marry me? No.
My dick halfway out.
Soft. Y'all mad stupid.
No, you got to hit it in the head with it.
No, you got to hit him with the.
Come on now. Come on, man.
Shit, wow, soft.
Whoa, brother. Whoa. Now, you got too much dip on your chip.
Bitch.
Man.
No, I would say yes. Like if she, like you said, we've talked about this in the video before. If she and I have been together a long enough time, and she feels like she's ready to spend the rest of her life with me, and if I just haven't asked yet, like yeah, she can get down on one knee and give me that engagement watch. It better be a nice watch. Yeah,
She'll give you the bust down. How many diamonds you gotta have in it? What if you get robbed for the watch? Is the wedding off?
By the other nigga.
Yo, that's
by the other nigga.
What other nigga?
So I'm gonna give him the watch. And you're going. There it is. Basically, nah. I mean, for me, I think it would add to changing that narrative. Because I mean, a man that isn't gonna, appreciate the sentiment of a woman doing that for him, and we've practiced that for however many years, and we've added to that tradition. It would be nice. It would be a nice change.
Has a woman ever bought any of us a watch before?
No.
Actually,
yes.
Well,
yes.
wait.
She engaged.
Wait. Wait. I do want to clarify. Yes, but it was my mom getting me a watch when I was 14.
That's different.
Yeah.
No,
but like a significant other. No.
I don't think you.
I got a watch
to
from a
propose to you.
significant.
No.
Damn.
Will you be my son forever? I ain't got a choice.
I hope
Mom.
so.
I ain't got a choice.
I
Mom.
sure hope so.
Damn.
I had a choice.
I can leave.
Nah, I ain't leaving my mama. Shout out to all our moms.
Facts.
There you go.
Good job, though.
Shout out to all of our moms. Love
y'all. Also, I wanted to ask is if if either party proposes and the other person says no, is the wedding off? Is the relationship over?
If you apply for a job and they say no, are you collecting a paycheck?
No, but I still like.
All right, then. So no,
I want to go. I like putting the shirt on. I like the uniform.
That you don't even fucking work there. If you
I can't act like it.
No.
Can't act like you just get a blue polo. It's like, yeah,
Listen,
I work here.
My
at
job
Best
don't
Buy.
pay me enough. I feel like I act like I work at my job right now. I feel like I'm acting. Act like I give a fuck about this job.
I mean, all right. Realistically, if I proposed to her and she said no, but if she gave me a reason, that's to say like I think we also talked about this.
Yeah,
too.
we did.
But if she said like, no, we're not ready right now because of a very valid reason, like, hey, we can't afford.
Wait, you know what's on the soundboard?
What?
The boo this man.
Oh, boo this man. There it is. Just in time.
Boo! Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
There it is.
So like if she says no but gives a valid reason, I'm gonna hear her out, and if it's legit,
if it's legit, then
that uppercut is crazy.
Oh my god!
You can't say that. You can't move the cameras, nigga. It's the time to fix. You can't.
Oh,
you
my
can't.
goodness.
You're wildin'. Get a load of this nigga, man. Let me talk to somebody sensible.
So, for me, I do see it as a point of concern. Obviously, because if we are in a relationship that's, forward thinking and we're, at least being able to be open and honest with each other, then we would have spoken at least about, our future and, how we're, moving forward. So all I can really say is, hey, maybe this isn't the best thing for us. Like if I get a no, then it's definitely going to give up concern, especially throughout the entirety of the relationship.
So you're not going to catch her with that?
Nah. I just wouldn't move forward because, it's like,
So
hey.
you would end it.
Yeah, because, it's like, hey, maybe this
Even
isn't.
if she said, not right now.
If it's not right now, that's a different story. Ooh. Because that at least is saying, well, maybe I jumped the gun with what, a commitment looks like for us in a relationship. Maybe there's a whole
bunch of other factors. It is a lot of pressure to put on a person.
Y'all make me feel so immature because
Why?
I'm definitely not sticking around.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to leave.
Even if she gave me the not right now, you're not going to string me along, bitch.
No,
Well-
but what if she said like, "Hey, I would want us to live together first," or I would want.
If that wasn't happening already, I'm not going to propose to somebody if I'm not living with them already. I'm going to feel weird.
But even
Not that I had to live with them just to, be able to move forward.
I mean, like, but like I'm saying, like a reason like along those lines. That's what I meant.
I am not. If I propose to you, not you, Kenneth, but if I propose to my lady and she says no, I'm done.
Damn.
I'm out of here.
Damn.
I'm dipping. It's over for you, bitch.
Wow.
It's over for us. I love you too much to subject myself to this.
No can do'sville, baby doll.
Exactly. Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa. Whoa.
I don't know.
Stupid. Also, and it's kind of the same thing where, you are in a relationship with another person, but y'all might be at different points in y'all lives where y'all want different things. Y'all got to understand that you should probably be with somebody who is. So if I'm at a point in my life where I'm ready to get married, why should I have to compromise that? Because no matter what, I can't help but feel, even no matter what type of shit, things she say to me, I cannot help but feel like every day of that relationship is going to be me looking at her side-eyed like, trying to get married. You out here bullshit. Look at you sitting on the couch watching this show every day. You could have been married. Like everything she does.
Married with children.
We could have been married doing this.
Damn.
You could have been wearing a nice ass ring.
And I'm gonna bring it up in every. And I'm gonna bring it up in every argument. Oh, we going to my mother's for? No, we not. We not married.
Wow.
I don't gotta see your ugly ass mother no more.
Are you gonna be that petty ass nigga that
Yes.
like? You didn't even let me finish.
You said,
let me finish.
am I gonna be that petty ass nigga? Yes.
Let me.
I'm there.
Let me finish
I'm
my.
there.
Let me finish my question.
The petty ass nigga who does what?
that looks at her. Extra
I look at everything.
That looks at her extra funny. If another couple gets like engaged in public nearby you, if you happen to be in a restaurant where another nigga gets down on one knee and his girl says yes,
and this is after I proposed and she said no.
Yes.
Oh man. I'm gonna run up to that nigga with the stealing his wife. There's somebody who's ready. I'm running over there.
It's like, hey man, congratulations.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
From the bottom of my heart, I just want to say. Yeah, that's just. It's over. I'm not sticking around. What is there left? The show's over.
You're right.
It's like saying, you at a movie theater and then the credits roll. The movie's over. You're like, I want more. You gonna still sit down?
If it's a Marvel movie.
No, it's after the credits.
Oh,
all of that.
after credits.
Yeah, you're like, I want more.
After Spider-Man is pointing at another Spider-Man.
Yeah, for 5 minutes. I'm like, I want more. Are you gonna stick around?
No.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I agreed with you. If she just flat out says no,
and even if a girl got on one knee and proposed to me because I didn't answer it before, I still go with the joke I said. I'm gonna be mad, disappointed. I stand by that.
You're too close, man.
So I got to hit her with.
You're too close.
That's exactly what I got to hit her with. Was there any other married stuff that we had left that you guys remembered? Because I might have some in my phone before we end the podcast.
I don't know. I think yeah. I mean, but to really just put a pin on it, it shouldn't matter where everybody. In my opinion, it shouldn't matter where we are. Just it's a matter of speaking on that beforehand, so that way again, nobody looks stupid. Because nobody wants to look stupid.
There you go.
Even though you do have to be vulnerable, especially in that moment. You should be expecting a no, and you should also be not expecting so much of another person. You're asking a lot of them. It's a huge commitment to spend the rest of your life with somebody and really stay committed. But again, be ready for what comes up.
No, yeah, definitely. On a serious note, I remember I was in a relationship where, it's crazy because I don't know why because it makes me think back to you asking if a woman proposed, how would we look at it? Because I remember, and this is almost normal, that you get girls who act like, some women these days will almost pressure you to marry them. Like, where's my ring at, nigga? Where's my ring at? I'm trying to get married. Yo, when we gonna get married? It's like, you could propose to me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We can speed this shit up.
Exactly.
We can speed this relationship up.
Engagement rollers.
No, we can expedite this breakup. What you talking about? This nigga. Shaking, not single.
Shaking, not single.
Please. But no, I remember that I was in a relationship where I had my partner I was dealing with a young woman who wanted me to marry them. And I felt like me and this person were not on that level to get married. I thought it was like, whoa, I'm not saying I don't want to marry you. I'm just saying that in order for me to feel comfortable with spending the rest of my life with you, I feel like there's some things we need to work on.
Yeah.
They disagreed and they moved on. They ended things and then they moved on. And ultimately, I respected that because I was like, well, at the end of the day, I wasn't prepared to give them what they feel like they needed. We were at two different levels. So I have to be okay with that. Yeah, I still like them on my level, but if it wasn't to the needs that they needed to be fulfilled and they knew what they needed, then I have to respect that they made that decision and just leave them alone and let them move on. Because what am I helping by sticking around and not wanting to marry them when they want to get married? That's why I made all those jokes about like, I'm just looking at you every day about like, we could be married right now. Sitting in traffic. We could have been
married.
Exactly.
Tackling the world. Married.
Exactly. We could have took over the world, Pinky. Can you imagine that? It's like, can you guess what I'm pondering, Pinky? Marriage? Yes, nigga, let's go.
It's lit.
Exactly. But yeah, I believe that's everything on the docket.
Yeah. We did it.
Yes. First show of the year.
First show of the new year.
God damn. Stupid.
Stupid.
Oh, brother. Whoa. Now, you got too much dip on your chip.
Stupid.
Now listen, that's called motherfucking
Stupid. I'm not gonna...
Now that's what I call stupid.
Volume 10.
Yo. All right, guys, that's the episode. Make sure
man.
you follow us on all the social medias.
Yes.
I'm Rojo Fiasco on Instagram.
Godzilla_Kino on IG.
Guys, you already know all my social media. Snakebook.
Snakebook.
Stupid.
Snookbook.
Go to the Can We Not Facebook page. Follow us there where we
Yes.
post the episodes. We post all extra content on that page, and all of our personal links will be in the description. And yeah, guys, feels great. Good episode, good new year, and I guess we will see you niggas next week.
Stupid.
Oh, jeez.
Stupid.
Oh, damn.
Yo, you threw the alley to that shit. I had to do this.
I didn't even set a mag. I was mad at myself. Didn't even see it coming.